So SpaceX just dropped a huge update on Starship, and honestly, it's way more interesting than another rocket launch announcement. Look, landing on the moon is actually easy. Landing on the moon and staying there is the hard part. You need to land rovers, habitats, and equipment. Actual stuff, not just plant a flag and leave like we did 50 years ago. That's where Starship comes in. It can land 100 tons directly on the lunar surface. For context, it's got over 600 cubic meters of pressurized space. That's basically 2/3 of the size of the entire International Space Station in one vehicle. Each of its two airlocks has 13 cubic meters of space, more than double the entire Apollo lander. So what's actually been proven? Since the first test flight in April 2023, just 2.5 years ago, they've done 22 flight tests total, 11 early prototype tests, and 11 full stack tests with the booster. They've built 3 dozen Starships and 600 Raptor engines. And the infrastructure behind this? More than 5 million square feet of manufacturing space, 5 launch pads across Texas and Florida. This is an industrial operation at a scale we haven't seen in spaceflight. But here's what matters for the moon mission. They've completed 49 contract milestones with NASA, including life support systems tested with actual people inside, and landing legs of flight energy onto simulated lunar dirt. And they've transferred fuel between tanks on a Starship while it was in space. Now that was proof of concept, but it is the first step. 2026 is the real test, and it's actually a 2-part mission. First, one Starship launches and stays in orbit for an extended period of time. This tests long-duration propellant storage and how the fuel behaves in space over time. Then, a second Starship launches, docks with the first one, and transfers fuel ship to ship. That ship-to-ship refueling, that's the technology that unlocks everything. Without it, you can't go to the moon with cargo. With it, you can land 100 tons. Now, the timing depends on how the new Starship version 3 tests go. Version 3 has upgraded engines, docking ports, and a completely redesigned upper stage. Once version 3 proves itself, then comes the long-duration test and refueling demo. This is the foundation for permanent lunar operations. And not to mention, SpaceX is self-funding over 90% of Starship development. This is a fixed-price contract. Taxpayers are not on the hook if costs go up. If those 2026 tests work, that's what actually enables the next moon landing. And that's what makes everything else possible. The moon isn't the finish line anymore. It's the starting line.